Why is it so difficult? Because they've won their first trophy in 70 years. They're in the Champions League. Newcastle's a fantastic place. Why can't they get people in? They've got Elanga, haven't they? And that's it.
Yeah, and Aaron Ramsdale, subject to official confirmation from the football club. Now, ultimately, only the players that they've been linked to and missed out on can answer that question. Brian and Bubo, João Pedro, Hugo Ekitike, Dean Howson. Now, these are all top players, right? And Newcastle fans will say, well, we've just missed out on getting #1 targets. But we are trying to compete at the very highest top end of the footballing transfer pyramid. That's where we want to be. We should be targeting the best players we possibly can get. So losing out to Real Madrid, Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United is not the worst thing in the world. But ultimately, they've then got to try and pick up the pieces of this. I don't know, we'd say maybe geographically in the northeast, incredible city, passionate city.
Brilliant
They
place.
love their football club.
Good night out.
Good night out, Michael
Best
Bridge
night out.
exclusive. But do families and wives and girlfriends want to live there when you've got the bright lights of London and Manchester or Madrid? That may be a question only those players can answer.
I think it was hard for Newcastle fans as well. It's like sort of hit a wall out of nowhere because we've talked about Newcastle transfer shows after the last few years. Kieran Trippier sort of starting it all off, huge success. Sven Botman, yes, injuries, huge success. Bruno Guimaraes, probably the best midfielders in the league, huge success. Sandro Tonali, obviously had this betting ban, but great player, huge success. Anthony Gordon, huge success.
Yeah.
Most of their recruitment has been a huge success. Isak, took a risk on Isak. A lot of clubs looked at Isak, they took the risk. So it's a bit of a shell shock, I feel, for Newcastle fans this summer.
Yeah, Eddie Howe's been so instrumental in attracting players. You know, these players that have all wanted that Premier League opportunity, and he's convinced them to come to Newcastle because this is an exciting project. You will be a part of something special. This is a fan base unlike anything else in the world, and you will love playing for them. But that little bit of magic that you had in those conversations clearly isn't working at the moment. And that's the frustration for them, is that the players they're targeting, the top-class recruitment they've done already, like Michael says, it's been outstanding. It just seems to have not had its effect during this summer. But they are going for players that, whilst they're realistic, they're just unattainable because of the other clubs that are coming in to try and get them. And that's where I feel sorry for Eddie Howe, and that's where I feel the frustration of Newcastle fans, because not only is the conversation about losing their top player, but also trying to attract players is becoming a bit of an issue. The good thing for them, though, we've still got, 31 days or so? I dread to look at the clock.
September 1st.
There's a long way to go and there's a lot of time left, so they can get business done. They just need to find the right type of players.